Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Eagle, and this is Love Eagle. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching. And if you are here for the first time, I hope you like what you see. And if you do, subscribe, join the family. And yeah, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieve a full face look. And for me, this is what I mean by full face, like makeup tutorial. This is a full face for me, so I'm going to be showing you how to do this. And I kept this video very beginner friendly. You're not going to need a lot of things. As you can see, I keep my makeup to a bare minimum, mostly because of, I guess, like I just work within my skill level. So this makeup tutorial is going to be very appropriate for someone who isn't very used to makeup. It's very beginner friendly. It's very easy. It's very easy to maintain. I like to do my makeup in at the very most 25 minutes. Like, so between 15 to 25 minutes you should be done with the makeup look. So yeah, before, I don't want to talk and chat too much, let's just get straight into this tutorial.
Okay guys, so the first thing is to make sure that you are starting with well moisturized skin. I literally just stepped out of the shower and I am wearing moisturizer on my face. So I have combination skin, and which means my skin isn't really dry, but depending on the situation, depending on the temperature of the room, it can get oily. So I like to start out by pre-setting my face with some setting powder. You can absolutely skip this step and just go on to apply your primer, but I'm applying setting powder on my face, very loose translucent powder. And after that, I'm just going to start with my Fenty Beauty face primer. So I'm pumping that on and I'm just going to apply that all over. So after priming my face, now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation. So I use two different types of foundations. I use the Fenty Beauty foundation, and other times I use MAC foundation. The MAC foundation, I'm my skin is very, very familiar with. That was the first foundation that I started with, and it just always seemed to work for me. But for this look, I am using my Fenty Beauty foundation, and so I'm using a flat top brush to apply that onto my skin. Okay, so now that I have foundation on, I'm just going to go and do my brows. So I am using a spool, I think that's what it's called, a spool or a brush. I'm just going to brush them up, then using my NYX Professional Makeup eyebrow pencil, I'm just going to fill in my brows using hairline strokes. Doing my brows isn't something I'm exactly perfect at doing, but I think, like, considering the look that I usually like going for, I found something that works for me. And so using hairline strokes, I just go in the direction of my natural brow growth. So after that, I'm just going to use a NYX brow gel to kind of put everything in place in the same direction of my brow growth. And using a concealer, I'm just going to highlight right underneath my brows. I'm taking my PIXI brand concealer, and using a little brush, I'm just going to use that to highlight my brow bone right underneath my brows. I like to blend this out using the brush, but also using my fingers. I find that my fingers work best. So now I'm just using the brush to blend all that in, make sure that the concealer doesn't stand out in any way, that it all looks nice and clean. So now that we're done with the brows, I'm just going to apply a little concealer to highlight my face. I'm applying this to my under eyes, my brow, and the bridge of my nose. So I'm not using a lot because I'm trying to go for a soft and feminine look. And I'm just going to blend that out with my damp beauty blender. Just go in, make sure everything is nice and blended out. One of the major keys to getting really nice looking makeup application is blending. Like, it's not something you should take for granted. Like, you really shouldn't skip your blending process. So after blending it out with my beauty blender, you're going to see that I'm going to go in with a brush to kind of just blend all that into my face. Make sure that everything kind of matches and just blends out. Alright, so after that, I'm going to go in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. So I'm just going to use that to set my under eye area and my forehead area. So what this is going to do is it's going to just settle into the concealer to keep it all day so you don't look crazy if you sweat, because you want your makeup to stay in place. So as you can see, I'm not baking, but I'm just going to apply that, and then using a brush, I'm going to lightly, very lightly dust all that out. So now we're moving on to eyeshadow. First thing that you want to do in applying eyeshadow is to use a primer. If you don't have an actual primer, you can prime with your concealer. But I like to use Black Radiance Perfecting Eyeshadow Primer because it's very affordable and it does the job perfectly well. And so I'm taking my Morphe eyeshadow palette, so I'm just applying a transition shade with a blending brush. If you would like me to do a more detailed tutorial on how to apply eyeshadow, just give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section. I would gladly do that. So after going in with the transition shade, the next thing I'm going to do is to apply my base color. So I'm going for something that is a little more flesh toned because I'm trying to keep the look simple. So I'm just going to apply this to my eyelid area. Then once we're done with that, we are going to apply our crease color. So our crease color is usually the darker of all the three shades. As you can see, I'm trying to go for a more like neutral look. Yes, I'm using a dark brown crease color and just going to take a crease brush and just blend that in. So after applying that, I'm going back in with my blending brush, the first brush that I used to apply the transition color. I'm just going to blend all that out. So now that we're done with that, the next step is to contour. So I'm using the Smashbox highlight and contour palette, and I'm just going to take the contour shade. I'm going to use that to chisel out my cheekbones and contour my forehead and my nose ever so slightly, just to put some depth back into my face. So now I'm just going to apply eyeliner. I'm doing a subtle wing. It's a wing, but it's subtle. I remember when I first started using eyeliner, I used to mess up this entire process. Like the liner would be bleeding all over my eyes, but now my hands are a lot more steady. So go as slow as you want when you're doing this process, because I know applying eyeliner can be a very, very tough thing to achieve for a beginner. So just go slow. I'm going to go back into my Morphe brush and use a charcoal eyeshadow to just line my under eye area very close to my waterline. Now I'm just setting my whole face with my translucent powder, the one I used at the very beginning right before I started, and I'm entertaining myself. You know, you have to keep yourself entertained during this process. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with my mascara. Even though this is a full face tutorial, I don't use lashes. That's why I'm not wearing lashes here. So I'm just going to pop that onto my top lashes and the bottom lashes. Alright, so now I can say for a fact that we're almost done with this look. So I'm going to take my True Complexion highlighter palette, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my cheekbones, right above where you applied your contour. And then I'm going to warm my face back up using my favorite MAC blush. And now for the lips, I'm just going to line my lip with a dark brown pencil. I'm going to blend that out, and then I'm going to apply an everyday lipstick, which is also glossy. So you can actually get away with using an ordinary lip gloss for this. You don't necessarily have to use a lipstick. I just like to use this particular Clinique lipstick. It does the job. It looks glossy, it's not heavy, it's very light on my lips, and it just puts the entire look together. Okay guys, so we're officially done. I'm just going to set my entire face with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm going to leave a link to all these products in the description box as much as I can find. Most of the things that I use are inexpensive. They're good products, but they are usually inexpensive. Guys, that is it. That is the entire look. I really hope this was as easy to follow as I intended it to be. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And let me know if there are any other videos that you would like me to do, or if there are any other DIY tutorials relating to this that you'd like to see me do. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.